So just back from the pharmacy and shopping, and I said I'd show you what gets me through the month. This gets me through the month. Yeah, just a few bits of meds there, but you know, surprisingly well managed. So I promised you a video and upload of things that have been going on. So since I last uploaded, the rugby team's done well. We played a game against Wrexham again. This time it was an actual league game. It was the Merit League, which is the new league for the IGR teams who are new to rugby. So yeah, it was a good game. Conditions were typical rugby, winter sport, rain, mud, hard fought game, and we ended up winning 25-15. So we had a good 10 points clear, which was good, especially for the Merit League, because everyone's new in that. As you can tell, I've got a bit of a cough at the moment. It's probably either too much vaping or, yeah, it's just too much vaping, let's be honest. But at least it's not smoking, so, which is the bonus. Yeah, Richie Sunak this week, so suggesting that they're now going to put a year on the smoking laws of when you're able to buy cigarettes and smoke, so that if you're 14 now, you will never be able to buy cigarettes legally. So the plan is next year it'll be 19, the year after that it'll be, you know, 20 and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, if they win the election and stuff like that. So going into the final year before the election, I don't often talk politics, but in the past, I voted for different parties. I have been a member of one party before, and then I got disenfranchised with their beliefs and stuff like that. So I'm what you call a swing voter. So if and when the parties publish their manifestos, I will have a read and I'll see which one I want to go and which way I want to vote. So that's my politics talk. Back to rugby. Training's going very well. We've started doing more intense training, building up for the first league. So we have two teams in two leagues, the Merit League and what is officially the more experienced players league. In that league last year, our team came second in the north and third in the country overall. So we've got a point to prove. We, as coaches, we've set a target that we want to be first in the north and either first or second overall in the country. We want to go to that playoff, the finals playoff, and we want to win. And we can win. We can win. So if you are interested in joining the Liverpool Tritons, just look at our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We will have a YouTube channel soon because I'm going to start getting matches recorded if I can recruit someone to record them. I've got all the gear. I just need someone to do it because it's hard to be a coach and record a match. And it's not like I can afford that nice software that follows the ball everywhere you go. However, I don't mind being mic'd up so you can hear what I say. Although we may have to put an age restriction on that. I can be very vocal. So yes, Liverpool Tritons Inclusive Rugby. Check them out, they're brilliant. My wanderings, where have I been? What have I been doing? So, uni started again, master's year in brain and behaviour. I'm not just a brain, I'm also a piece of meat. And you kind of think, oh, yeah, I'm prepared for this. It's going to be a step up and stuff like that. There's a massive difference between an undergraduate and a postgraduate degree. A lot to fit into a year. Well, it's a full degree in a year, so there is a lot to fit in. Using software that I have to code on. I'm 38. I don't know much about coding. I've not really done that much coding except for at school when it was the turn green light on, turn green light off, turn amber light off, you know, the traffic light thing that you did. And I think that was when I was 11 or 12. God, there's a memory that's been dragged from the recesses of my mind. What was her name? My IT teacher, because it was taught in IT before it was ICT. McAndrew. Mrs. McAndrew, that was her name. Yeah. And we learnt on Macs, and then we had Windows-based machines as well. We kind of did both because they ended up becoming a technology college. And I remember the IT suite in the library was just full of these iMacs, you know, the coloured ones at the back and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it was quite good. And yeah, I use Mac now, Apple products. I like the fact that my iCloud can sync to my phone, to my laptop, to my iPad, to my watch. And if I need to grab something or look at something or a file or anything like that, I can do it from anywhere. You can probably do that on the other OneDrive cloud, but I personally struggle using that. I know I have it available because obviously I use things like Word processor and Excel and things like that, SPSS. It is available and I do save things on it, and I can kind of get it from somewhere. But yeah, it used to be that I was very proficient with IT, and then I kind of got out of the loop of it a bit, just through work and not really using it as much prior to the amputation, obviously. But now, you know, and if I do need help, I ask my siblings, I ask my kids, I ask people on the course and stuff like that. Yesterday, one of the lads found it hilarious that I was talking to myself whilst I was writing the code, because we were using a software called R, which was to do with statistics, creating graphs, things like that. Everything you have to do when you're researching, whatever it is that you're researching, but you have to prove your hypothesis, so you have to use statistics, you know, and stuff like that. So find the mean, whether, you know, one condition is more effective than the other and things like that. So yeah, so I'm there talking whilst I'm writing this code, and he's found it hysterical. You know, it's all right for him. He's early 20s, and there's me, almost double the age, you know, glasses on like this, sat on the computer like, huh? What's it want? Trying to look at the is it a whiteboard or is it the digital screen at the front going, CEX dot arrow greater than commas, blah, 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 blah. And then the tutor's going, you have to put your argument in. I said, I've been arguing with this bloody computer for the last 10 minutes. It's not doing what I'm asking it to do. Keeps coming up with a little red dot or a red X. In the end, I managed to do it, but my sister's really helped today. She used to be a lecturer. She's a marine biologist and she used to lecture, and obviously she used to teach art and stuff like that. So she really helped today by sending me through some slides that obviously she did for the earlier years. Hello, Sirius. Sirius has come to say hello. It looks like I'm talking to myself, doesn't it? Hey, my baby? You saying hello? You getting screen time? Is that what it is? Oh, 6 months and a few days, aren't you, bud? You have to go for your puppy check. Make sure you're all right. Yes. He's a little pain in the bum sometimes. Yes, hello, Toby. They're all coming to gate crash me now. One's got attention. They all want attention. Go on, bud. You go down now. Go on. Off. Yes, there you go. Say bye. Bye, Sirius. Yes. Hello, Toby. He's still going to try jumping up. Anyway, we'll ignore him. This is what we do. We're able to just ignore. You wouldn't think that's what he was like when I first got him in June. Look at him now. Anyway, my little chunky monkey. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about R and stuff like that. So my sister's done me a solid and helped and given me some slides so I can just go through things in my own pace. So that's probably what I'm going to do this weekend. Getting back to what's been going on. A lot of rugby training, a lot of uni. Oh! I went on a 2-day stay with the people who made my leg, Quattro, Proteor and Quattro, just to champion the leg to NHS people, some private physios, prosthetists and things like that. And obviously showing them that I can run, showing them how I take stairs, and just basically how bloody fantastic my leg is, you know. And so I spent a day in Leeds and a day in Glasgow. Lovely hotels that we were in, really nice actually. Good food, good company and all that stuff. So I did that, and I've suddenly decided, and please don't laugh, but in 2028 I plan to do the Paralympic triathlon. Now, I've done triathlons before when I was younger, when I had 2 legs. And I used to place really well, you know, always in the top, if it was a big one, in the top 50. If it was a smaller one, always in the top 10. My swimming speed is fantastic. Anyone will tell you that. And even since having the prosthetic and doing it on half a leg, it's good. My swimming speed is still good. It's a lot of upper body stuff, and you know, I've got a good upper body, if I do say so myself, and I do. So it's going to be mainly trying to get a good speed on the running and also on the cycling. Now, my leg does have a cycle mode, so I can do training and things like that. And I've approached someone about being my personal trainer, coach for it. And obviously, I'll be looking for sponsorship and putting myself forward for selections and things like that soon. So I'm going to give myself 2 years of training before going for the selections. And then obviously, once it comes to the selections for the Paralympics 2028, which I believe are in LA, Los Angeles. Who knows? I might be discovered by some director. I was going to say Hollywood then, but Los Angeles, is it? Los Angeles? Yeah. Some Hollywood director who's going to be like, oh my God, you're amazing, you're fantastic, you're fabulous. All right, I'm going to be 43 years old, but look at me. I still act like a teenager at times, you know. I think sometimes it's just my absolute, I put everything into 3-4 days a week, and then I spend 3-4 days a week going, oh, I'm too tired, and stuff like that. And that noise is the dogs playing behind me. Now, all that stuff you can hear. And now they've just stopped because I made that noise, which is good. Yeah, so official declaration on YouTube. I'm going to be a Paralympian. That's my aim. It's a goal. It's a focus, as well as obviously curing chronic pain and studying and stuff like that. So yeah, you heard it here first, folks. I've gone kind of red, haven't I? My aim is to be a Paralympian, hopefully in triathlon. Obviously, I'd accept swimming, running, cycling, anything like that, really. I'm not sure if they do archery or shooting, but I'd have to have a look. And then, if I'm good at that, I might even go for the Winter Paralympics a couple of years later. Not sure where that's being held, and not sure what category I'd go into. But I kind of like that Eddie the Eagle type thing, you know, with the... I could do that, you know, soar in the air and either fail or succeed. But there is no succession without failure. It's what makes us persevere and push forward. Remember that, everyone. Don't be upset if you fail. All it's saying is you need to think about this differently and try again. So a little bit of counselling and advice as well today. We're doing well. We're doing well. I'm trying to think. It's been 4 weeks, so I should have more. Hello, Toby. Toby turned 11 on the 29th of September, didn't you, bud? You can come say hello. Yep, Toby turned 11. So we had a happy birthday celebration to the old boy. You know, still showing his support for the armed forces. And so he's still going off on one. Yeah, so we had a birthday celebration, didn't we, buddy? Yeah. And we had a doggy cake that I made. Just got those gravy bone biscuits and stuff like that. Mashed them together, set them in a bit of lard and stuff like that. And he had a little small cupcake one just as a treat for his birthday. Easy on the tummy, not too hard to digest, was it? Yeah. You loved that, didn't you? Yeah. So, yeah, my old boy turned 11. Been mobbed by dogs again. Kids went back to school. Well, one went back to school, one's gone to college. And seems to be doing all right. Yeah. GCSEs for the youngest and A-levels for the oldest. And no complaints so far. In fact, you can always tell they're just cracking on, because I actually rang my ex-wife today and said, hey, not spoken to you for a while, is everything okay at home, blah 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 and all that, and she was like, yep, everything's fine. I said, well, I was just ringing to check in to make sure that there's nothing we need to talk about, and she was like, no, everything's cool. So it's good. Touch wood, it stays like that. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to be too long on this one. I want to address some concerns that the government are doing at the moment with, I don't want to be political, with the whole trans ideology. I'm a big trans advocate. I work on a trans helpline, volunteer, at least once a week. I believe people should be allowed to express who they are, what they are, without upsetting people, you know. This whole idea that trans women are not women. I'm sorry, but if you live like a woman, act like a woman, talk like a woman, and live life as a woman, you're a woman. You know, don't even have to say trans woman, you're a woman. You know, it's all to do with the mental ideology of person and self. And no matter who you are in government, you can't argue with that. You really can't. And I think it's abhorrent that they're trying to, you know. I really do. Now, when it comes to places like prisons, hospitals and stuff like that, I fully get it. You know, we talk about these wards, and if someone's in the early phases of transitioning and stuff like that, and you might have a bigoted elderly woman or someone with dementia problems or something like that, you know, and they're not able to comprehend that someone is transitioning and stuff like that. But why isn't that person in a side room being looked after? Why are we mixing people with dementia and stuff like that in different wards and stuff like that? Surely they need to be with the mental health nurses and the dementia nurses and not on a general admission ward and stuff like that. Surgical assessment units, the medical assessment units, things like that. I totally get it, you know, mixed wards and stuff like that, because we're looking for bed space and where to filter people, you know, they're triaging still. But it needs to not be included in the political debate. You need to let people live as they are and want to be who they are. Everybody, no matter who you are, you're a beautiful person, you know, because you are you, an individual. And this whole world is just full of individuals and individual thought. And that's how we live life, yeah? Someone has an idea and a thought, and we go through it. Some people either agree with it, some people don't agree with it. Do you know what I mean? That's where wars and arguments start. And quite frankly, it's ridiculous, half the arguments that are going on in this world. It really is. You know, the claim for territories. Mass migration is going to ruin the UK. There is not 700 million people who want to come to the UK. You looked out my window today and saw the grey and the drizzle and stuff like that. You don't want to come to the UK. Yeah. The rate of inflation, the cost of living, yeah. You don't want to come to the UK. Oh, I can come there, claim assignments and get benefits. Your benefits won't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? You won't be able to buy anything. Well, you buy small things, but you won't be able to get by on it. It's ridiculous. The pension credit. I mean, they talk about the triple lock and stuff like that, yeah, for the pensioners, yeah. And protecting their money. Those pensions need that to pay bills. They've paid into the system. Let them get what's out of the system to keep going. You know, our NHS used to be free at the point of use. It still is free at the point of use. You know, people who come here and get ill whilst they're in the UK, you know, have a system where they pay their bill. It's simple. You know, you've had so much amount of medical treatment, so many amount of drugs, this is your bill. Yeah, people travel with medical insurance, with travel insurance. The cost of their treatment should be covered by that. Simple. If I go to America and I've got travel insurance and something happens to me over there, I need that travel insurance to cover my costs. I'm not exempt over there. They don't have many free clinics. They are available, but getting into one of them's like queuing up to see Santa on Christmas Eve. It's unlikely you're going to get in. So this whole, and I listened to the parts of the Conservative Party conference, and they're covering reigning body at the moment, government body, and Penny Mordaunt's stand up and fight speech. Oof. Talk about trying to copy Henry V and the Battle of Agincourt speech on, you know, this Day of Days, Crispin's, and stuff. Stand up to fight, stand up to fight, sit down, love. You know, if I'm standing up to fight, the person next to me is not going to stand up and fight. They're going to be like, what are you standing up to fight for, mate? I've got the right. I've got the right. Do you know what? You have got the right, yeah? Everyone's got the right to stand up for what they need to stand up for, yeah? And I encourage protest and I encourage people standing up. I really do. But when it's bigotry, when it's racist, when it's hateful, I don't encourage that. I don't encourage that at all. Peace and love, I encourage. Just be nice. It's nice to be nice. I went shopping today, and as I was getting out the car, lady smiled at me. I smiled back. Smile's contagious. It really is. A smile is contagious. I smiled back, you know. I said, morning, afternoon, whatever it was. And she was, you know, all right, love, how you doing? And stuff like that, you know. It was nice. As I walked around the supermarket, people smiled at me, offered me assistance if I wanted it and stuff like that. It was really nice. When I did my self-serve with the scanner thing and stuff like that, and I got pinged again, she goes, you always get pinged, you. And I said, yeah, it's because I forgot to scan fruit gums once. And algorithms, that's what it is. Yeah, check his shopping, check his shopping. Yeah, but we have a laugh and we smiled, we laughed about it. It was a good chat. It's put me in a good mood for the rest of the day. Unless something comes along and knocks me off it. But then I'll think back about that and I'll be in a good mood again. So on the psychology side of things today and the wanderings, and everything that's happened in the last few weeks. And why is my dog licking my leg? Strange. Sirius, stop that, please. Yeah, on that side of things. Oh, I did my 60 miles. Forgot about that. See what I mean? Head's been everywhere. So for the last month, I've been doing my 2 miles a day for Diabetes UK, and I raised £150. Woo, insert woo here, which I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of to support that charity. It's one of the charities I support over the years. I've done their Million Steps challenge. Now I've done the 60 miles in September challenge. And yeah, it's a really good cause. So if you can, try and donate to Diabetes UK. There is a link on my Facebook page. They're not allowed to put links on here because I don't have enough followers yet or something like that. So thanks, YouTube. So yeah. So this weekend we've got rugby. We're not playing rugby. We've got the Rugby World Cup. So tomorrow, Wales kick off at 2. England kick off at 4 or 4:45. I think it's 4:45. And then Scotland versus Ireland at 8 p.m. So it's a full afternoon and evening of rugby. And I'm making curry. I invite a few people around. If they turn up, they turn up. If not, then I've got curry for the week. But I don't mind that. There's some other activities going on, which is why some people couldn't turn up and stuff like that. Supporting another member of the team who is currently starring in Kinky Boots. So wish him all the best with that. So yeah, my wanderings, it's mainly been about university, to be honest with you, and hitting the ground running. And deciding to be a contender for the 2028 Paralympics. So yeah, I've got a lot going on, a lot of goals, but I've got the support. I've got the support of family, I've got the support of friends, and that's the main thing. My message to you this week is make sure you've got your support network. And having that is beneficial for everything and getting on with everything. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it there because I've been ranting for almost half an hour. And you're probably sick to death of hearing my dulcet tones. To my nieces and nephews who like to watch my videos, hi. Can't wait to see you soon. Don't forget to like my videos. But yeah, it's been fantastic just to talk and I hope you appreciate hearing it again, but we will do something more in depth next time, I think. I think next time I'm actually going to prepare a topic to talk to you about. So yeah, I look forward to reading the comments and seeing the likes, and if you want to follow me, you'll get updates of when I've posted again. But yeah, thank you very much for listening and enjoy your weekend. Look after each other.